Hello everyone, this is DInfinityX, and welcome back to Space Engineers for my new series, UltraHarcore. Now, what makes this series UltraHarcore? First off, we have better resources and resources remapped, which will add resources and technology to the game that I need to travel to different planets to get. For example, if I want titanium, I have to go to Europa. And if I want uranium, I have to go to the alien planet. Next up, we have scrap, which is a pretty popular one, which will make it so that I can't just grind down a block and replace it like I was before. So in instances where I need to move, let's say, an ion thruster from one side of the vehicle to the next, I have to actually have the capabilities to refine that scrap back into the components and do it that way. So no more just switching around a thruster to make a ship have thrust in all directions. And speaking of thrust in all directions, we have realistic thrusters. So ships will now have to have thrust in the center of mass that makes sense. So you can't have I'm trying to think of a good example, like a B-wing where the thrust is all on one side of the ship, if I'm remembering a B-wing correctly. You can't have thrust on one side of the ship. It has to be applied equally along the center of mass. So shipbuilding is going to get a lot more interesting. In lines with shipbuilding, we also have aerodynamic physics. So we will be able to fly as the wind speed icon right there says. Speaking of flying, I don't have the ability to fly because we also have suit up, which removes most of the suit. I don't have a jetpack. I don't even have an oxygen mask. And to progress to get those, you have to work through the assemblers. Now, there are two more mods that I had to take out, and which is why the sim speed is up on the upper left corner there. I had Fire Brigade, which allows fire to spread, which I thought would be really fun. And I also had heat management. Now, heat management turned out to be the thing that was tanking my sim speed, because the simulation speed was dipping to 0.5 every 2 or 3 seconds. So I figured it had to be a mod that was doing something to actively check, and I was correct that, unfortunately, heat management was causing my sim speed to tank. Now, I am going to try my best to work those back into the save before we get started, but as of right now, they are not in the save yet. We also have the standard MES and all of the things that I could find. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of MES style mods or style factions, and I could potentially add them later, but we have a lot. The big ones being Reavers, Orcs, Corrupt, Abomination, all of those will be making a return. We also have the water mod, but I have limited it to a very low radius, so it is not all over the place, and we just have these really tiny lakes and whatnot all over the place instead of, half the world being underwater. Now, once I get to other worlds, because there are quite a few out there, apparently none on this side of the planet, for whatever reason. If we zoom out into space, there are a bunch of planets located around. Some of these will not have modified resources, and I believe there is one that is Earth, actual Earth. And I will deal with the water on those planets once we get to them. But for right now, we're just going to start on Earth-like. We also have the Vanilla Plus framework instead of Weapons Core, so I don't know if we'll keep that necessarily, or if we can potentially tweak it. I may have to look into messing with some of the settings, because I do like being able to engage at a farther distance for both me and the AI, because it makes it more fun than having to be right in each other's faces to do anything. But on the flip side, I also don't want Weapons Core style fights, because you can get stuff that can fire at 10,000 kilometers, which makes bases very hard to build because you just immediately get attacked. But now that I've spent 5 minutes going over what makes this series hardcore, let's actually start. And of course, I have the Explorers mod. I can't remember. It's EEM. So we start with the little rover here, and it looks like I don't want to hit the wrong key and accidentally get out of the rover because I don't have a jetpack, and I will immediately die. This isn't exactly friendly terrain by any stretch, but we do start on snow, so that's nice. I also have the voxel. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's the mod that slightly alters the voxels so we don't have as bad of jagged stuff. I could have gone completely smooth, but I didn't. I wanted a little bit of challenge. Now, one of the other big things that I did was I changed the inventory size, and I am not 100% sure I'm going to keep this. Oh, that's a bush. I thought that was a rock for some reason. That does kind of look like a rock. I changed inventory down to realistic. Now, I may... Ooh, that is an iron boulder. We may sit here. I don't think the survival kit can do iron, but we still need rocks. So I'm going to mine this, but I have some other thoughts too. We also have the vanilla survival experience, so we have a different food management system than Eat, Sleep, Drink, because this one actually adds radiation, which may become redundant in the next, or in the survival update. We shall see when more things get announced about that. And we get our first new ingot here, copper. Well, technically two, aluminum and copper, so that's fun. The reason why I may immediately revert the inventory size is because instead of 1,100 liters, I've got 400, and that's just going to make me having to walk back and forth from rock to rock, or stuff. You know what? No, I think I'm going to keep it because this is supposed to be an ultra-hardcore series, and the goal of this is to come up with fun ways to solve problems, and having no inventory is a specific problem that I'm going to have to solve. Because I don't have building repairs. And I'm not going to be able to get building repairs, or the building repair-like system I have, for quite a long time. And one of the first things I want is the survival mask, because that should, that gives me a survival mask, because when weather hits, I want to be able to actually breathe. So that is very useful. Yeah, and as I thought, it can't process iron, which I'm not surprised it can't. Now, the biggest thing is, I can't even have all three. Oh, okay. This may become a problem because I can't even have... Oh, I don't need hydrogen. What am I talking about? But with oxygen, it's having to just have a tank. Rad level 80. Why is it so radioactive? That's not ideal at all. But for organics, I am going to have to settle somewhere close to grass. I need grass for food. Now, I do have a gravel sifter mod on, and that is specifically because gold and silver are not on the planet. So in order to build like a survival kit or med bay or anything like that, I would need to go to space first. And I think I'm going to be stuck on this planet for a very, very, very long time. I don't know if I'm going to use it right away or if I'm just going to... Oh yeah, I can't even scrap this one down. Very carefully secure this so it doesn't get blown up. Because if I lose this... Oh, wolf fight. Titanium. This planet shouldn't have titanium. Well, yeah, it definitely shouldn't have titanium. So, hopefully we don't see any gold or silver, because that would kind of break part of the reason why I did this. I mean, I could just rule it to not use it until... I guess I could house rule it if it does become a problem. Oh, it'd just be a little bit annoying. But I'm trying to get towards some grass. I also want to get to the top of this mountain so that I can kind of see where we're at. and potentially put a drill on the front of this. Yeah, I'm gathering radiation rather quickly for whatever reason. And that is very concerning. I do have food packet, so I can put food packet in inventory, so that's fine. We don't have water packet, though. I don't know why we don't have... Probably because we don't have enough silicone, I would assume. Oh, we need liquid waste for that. Why do we need... Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Got it. I want this type of water packet. Yeah, that's just ice and silicone. Okay. We've got food and water somewhat sorted. But why am I gaining so much radiation? Is because my altitude's so high? I would assume? It could just be the planet. Oh, I thought I was going to fly into the tree right there. I just want to get to the top of this, see if I can see an ice lake, and if so, we'll head towards it. Because I think we need to start building base soon. It would be really nice to get some actual water instead of ice. That way I can just throw a connector in and be good. Oh, yeah, no. This is just all ice. And not ice, I meant snow. But, I mean, it's essentially the same thing. Now, one of the things I'm looking for is, well, there's nickel and magnesium. I should probably mark this just because I'm not going to be able to fly around and find it. So, GPS, nickel, mag. But I really want to find cobalt. Because if I can find cobalt and set up near some cobalt, I think that will be the best for me. And I guess we're going to stay close to the ice, so we may just have to ice or get most of our ice from the snow. I keep saying ice when I mean snow, which is, it's not a terrible thing, but I don't think the ice layers go down too far. Ooh, cobalt boulder. All right. I guess we can set up somewhat here. I may go towards the mountains a bit more, though. Now I've got to chase these rocks here. I think what I'm going to do... Oh, I don't have the inventory space. Of course I don't. Is make a little... Oh, my vehicle's rolling away as well. Ah! Don't do any of this. Stop. I may just make a little cage here so that I can just mine... Oh, we're still... I thought I grabbed the steel plate. We still have the stuff from when we were building Red Dwarf. And I was close with where I placed that. Oh, I got most of it, so that's something. Oh, and I just realized I have scrap, so I just got steel plate scrap back from that, which I'm assuming has to be done in a refinery. Oh, that's a bit annoying. I was going to say, yeah, I need a basic refinery for that, I would assume.
Inventory full.
Are you guys going where you need to go? Kind of. Now, obviously, if I make any changes to this vehicle, it is permanent at this point because, well, not permanent. I guess I could just make more steel. But I'm not able to replace this so easily. My plan was immediately thwarted because in order to build a drill, I need to go through some of the progression, which means unlocking... where is the drill? Oh, the drill's there. So I need the basic refinery, which means I need to go through a lot of stone in order to get something set up. Now, we shouldn't have too many threats right off the bat, because my threat score, I would assume, is practically nothing. So do we just temporarily set up here next to the cobalt boulder, because cobalt will be insanely valuable as a resource? Because that will allow me to build a handful of things. I mean, and this is also somewhat close to the nickel and the magnesium, which would also be very helpful. because with the cobalt, I could build thrusters, and with thrusters, I can make a drone to survey the area ahead of me, which would be infinitely more useful. So I guess that's what we're doing. All right, I have the basic refinery and assembler down. We are going to put all of those components into production. In theory. Now, there are some things I can do to make this even harder, like turning down how much material stone gives you, which I will probably do. But I just, for this early game, I don't necessarily want to do that just because I know it would make it tough, but it's already going to be tough. Just the fact that I can carry like 4 rocks at a time, okay, maybe 5 rocks at a time, is giving me reasons to not like this. In fact, I think we can throw the grinder in there for now. Yeah, that'll free up some weight, because now I can carry like 6 rocks. Oh no, maybe not. Unfortunately, my slide has stopped being a slide, which is not ideal. And my suit's already yelling at me about water, so I'm going to throw the water packet in there and drink that. Is it not actually... Hello, water packet. 0 hydration over 0 seconds. How does that make sense? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Do I need an actual assembler to make something that I can get water from? If so, that's crazy. I mean, if I die, I'm just going to respawn right here, so that's fine, if not annoying. Well, now I'm dehydrated. Who would have saw that coming? I don't know why the water packet doesn't give water. That just doesn't make any sense to me. May have to see if that's something that can be changed, because it should give water. It logically would give water. And we've run into the problem of, oh, it's because it's not processing stone. That makes sense. Just keep doing that forever, please. Yeah, I was like... I was worried I had filled up on cobalt, which is why I've been trying to mine around the cobalt, but I've still been getting traces of cobalt here and there, which is fine. Once we get the assembler, we can immediately turn it into tasty grids, but until then, it's just taking up inventory space. Now, unfortunately, what's taking up inventory space is gravel, because we are full. So yeah, this is going to be a problem. Alright, I freed up the production line a little bit so we can actually start producing stuff. But yeah, this is going to be just more annoying than anything. What's annoying is that even after I get the refinery and everything built, I still have to get something to power it. And in fairness, I may skip building the assembler, because I could just transfer... Yeah, that might be the smarter play. Oh, this can do scrap recycling. So that's fine. We can get some of those plates back at least. I am 1 plate short of being able to build the refinery. It's not going to have power, but I'm 1 plate short, and I can free up the inventory in here. Ah, I got the plate. Because right now, the inventory is full. It is just straight up full. Oh, I really wish the welding speed wasn't realistic. I didn't realize I was just playing on default settings the last playthrough. So that's something. We can throw the cobalt in here. We can throw most of the cobalt in there to free up space. Alright, I got all of these stuff for... I do not have the... Oh, no, I do. The windmill, but I need the steel plate so I can get on top of... Oh, this inventory is hurting me so much. I need the steel plate so I can get on top of the... Oh, can I not? Alright, we're just going to do this. Because I couldn't place down the windmill. Otherwise, I still might not be able to. Oh, this is fun. Alright, and we are slowly building up the wind turbine. Oh, this is honestly painful. But now we have power. Not great power, but we've got some power, right? So this should be potentially refining cobalt, or does this not have enough power efficiency? Did I build 2 refineries? That's not great. Oh yeah, I'm not producing any power. Got it. Oh. This is going to be a nightmare. Now, unfortunately, because I built a refinery and started actually building it, we're going to have to deal with all the scrap now. Oh no, because it wasn't built, I just got the parts back. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to see if I can't build out... We're going to... The wind turbine's not an issue right now. We're going to try and put... One component could not be put into production. What is that? Probably the display? It's the display. Is the display needed to be functional? Wait, this doesn't have a display. What can't be put into production? Maybe the large steel tube? That's exactly what it is. Alright, so my drill idea is not going to work. That's fine. We can pivot. I think I'm just going to still... I guess we work on the assembler, and I guess I can take down the windmill since it's not functionally doing anything right now. Which is really well, I say it's unfortunate. We can turn this back into resources, which is fine. I don't think it's 100%, but it's close. I have a feeling I'm going to fall off of this tower a lot. But it is necessary. Yeah, I am absolutely going to die falling off of that thing. Or get very close to it. And we're about to see what happens when we reach 100% rads and 0 food, because so far nothing's happened, which means I think the mod might be... obviously something's wrong with it. Alright, I have enough components. This should be high enough, I think. I made it 9 blocks high, or off the ground, so... With any luck, this will be able to power the refinery. And then we just need to build the assembler. So, not enough to power the... Well, it's a little bit higher than when I first checked it. Definitely going to need a second one, unfortunately. And I do have a feeling the survival mod is not working. Obviously, because I'm out of everything and I'm not dying. But, yeah. I shouldn't have rads on the planet. Well, I have radiation sickness. Which is apparently not doing anything to me at the moment. So apparently I have radiation sickness, which is not doing anything to me. Like, it doesn't seem like it's doing anything to me. So I have to figure out why this is not working how it should be. Alright, and with the second windmill... Hello, damage. We are producing. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, yeah, we're just above what we need to run the refinery. So that's fine. So I'm going to take all the cobalt out of this so that we can potentially get it refined. Let's refine the iron first, in fact. Or are we not refining now? Hello? Are we not? Oh. The power dropped below what was needed. That's unfortunate. Ooh, but because we have it somewhat built, we can see what the basic refinery has. And most important... Oh. This doesn't do food. Interesting. Oh, hey, it kicked back on. So I'm going to take all the components out of this. No, not the cobalt. I guess we could take the cobalt. And throw them into here. Because then I can go potentially get the assembler working. I've got the assembler in my plan, and we'll see what we can build with it. I mean, that was only 600 iron, so I doubt it's going to be... Did I just do that twice? Yes, I did. I only need 5 more steel plate to get the assembler going. And with this, we should have the assembler, which means I can just start throwing everything into this, and we will have a much better... Okay, thank you. Much better system than throwing it into the survival kit. And with that, we can also make a drill. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm going to mess around with the settings and the load order to see if I can fix the survival experience thing and potentially get some other stuff into
Inventory full.
the mod pack itself. And then once I get everything stable, which will be hopefully before this episode comes out, I will upload the mod pack to Steam. And yeah, I'm thinking this one is going to take us a whole lot longer than the first one for a lot of different reasons. Mostly the jetpack. I'm going to miss not having a jetpack. I think that's going to happen very quickly. But until then, thank you all for watching, and hopefully you have a good rest of your day.